Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Daniel Cormier submits the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, in the second round. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing and fighting. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We work in main event UFC 230 Madison Square Garden. Now, on my post fights, I want to give you guys just a quick disclaimer. Try to give you guys my honest opinion. Well, I do give you my honest opinion, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm going to break down the main event. One, it was good because it was historic for the UFC. There's been great fighters in boxing that have participated in main events at the historic Madison Square Garden, like Muhammad Ali and whatnot. This was the first championship UFC fight, heavyweight fight, main event that was held there. So that's a good thing. Other good thing is Daniel Cormier. He showed what he's about. You know, he's a true champion, and he made it look easy out there tonight, right? And he did what he did. He did what he normally does. He's strong, great wrestler, veteran experience. You know, he flexed his weight up to the heavyweight division. You know, he fought at heavyweight before, then he went down to light heavy, you know. So he was being DC, and he made it look easy. So congrats on the victory. Second round, rear naked choke submission after really dominating and controlling the Black Beast, taming the Black Beast. Now let's get into some of the bad. The bad is me. I'm fortunate that I didn't have to go and pay for this, that I was able to watch it for free with a friend, you know, because the main event, it was, I mean, for heavyweight, you expect to see a little bit more back and forth action and stuff. Derrick Black Beast, he has power, he's a knockout artist, but just depending on the styles he's faced, if he's fighting Ronda Rousey's husband, you know, Travis Brown, you know, you might see someone get knocked down to the mat, some action. But when he fought against Stipe, no, when he fought against Francis and Ngannou was coming off the Stipe loss, so he was like real cautious, so it wasn't the same tempo of fight. But then he looked real good in his last fight, and he had a funny post-fight presser, and he immediately got thrown into this. Now, you know, I'll be real, I almost forgot that this was on today, because he just fucking fought. He fought on the Conor McGregor Khabib Nurmagomedov card, and everyone remembers that because of the melee that happened after that. So that was just recently. He just fought, and he's already on another card. So, you know, props to Derrick Lewis and Cormier for being a champion and always embracing the challenge. And then for Derrick Lewis just to, you know, have a quick turnaround like that. That's crazy. What if boxing was doing that? You know, so shout out to the UFC. Very quick turnaround. Now, I'm gonna be real. I don't think that even if he had like longer like rest, I don't think the outcome would have been any different. It was just kind of, the styles were always going to be that, unless, you know, the interest and the intrigue would be Black Beast Derrick Lewis has so much power if he caught DC with the huge shot. But I mean, he's already stood the test of time. He's been in there with the Rumble Johnsons, and you know, he's came out on the winning side, you know, minus like the John Jones situation. But then John Jones taints his victory by getting suspended and failing drug tests afterwards for any reason. You know, you say dick pills or whatever, it's whatever, you failed the drug test. So it is what it is. Cormier did his thing. I'm not mad. This, you know, it reminds me of Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou, in the sense of it's just a stylistic nightmare, and the guy who has the superior technique and skill, or is more skillful in a certain department, they used what they're good at to neutralize. That's what it's about. You got to capture the W. So I understand combat sports, you know, not every fight is going to be a, you know, slugfest and rock'em sock'em robot, and then not going to just bang out. It is what it is. DC did what he had to do to win. Just like Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou. I was thinking it'd be like, you know, trade shots and both guys get rocked and stuff, but it wasn't that type of fight. And it's like some of these heavyweight fights are doing that in the UFC. You know, hopefully this doesn't happen with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not mad at DC for fighting. Like, he sees the opportunity. He's a wrestler. It's not up to him to be in striking range to get hit from a monstrous puncher and knockout artist. So I get it, but you know, for a main event, I would be upset if I paid for it. The Chris Weidman fight was cool, but then it ended kind of weird because the knockout, it was like a delay reaction, and then the ref didn't intervene, and then, you know, Souza started punching him a little bit more, than the ref got in the way. Like it kind of ended weird, you know. So all in all, UFC 230, I wouldn't say was the best card. Definitely not the main event, but DC was DC, and he proved that he's tough. I think he should be looking at John Jones next, try to avenge that. If John Jones gets past his rematch coming up, he's done with his suspension. We have to see how he looks, but he should be looking for the Gustafsson Jones winner. I think that's a good look for DC. DC is just, you know, he's the man. He's battle tested. There's nothing you can say. He beat Stipe by knockout. You know, he beat Anthony Rumble Johnson twice. He's flexing his weight. Because I will say this, Black Beast looked huge next to him. Derek Lewis looked big in that octagon with him, and it didn't matter. You see how calm, collected, composed DC is. He doesn't care being the shorter man. He doesn't care if he's the smaller man. You know, he knows, and he's confident in his skills and his wrestling background and all his veteran experience, that he's comfortable in there, you know. And ultimately from round one, you could see the mismatch in terms of the styles, you know. It was never at that rate. You know, the best thing for Lewis would be if he kept it standing up, if he was able to. But we knew that would be a hard game plan to execute. But, you know, people tune in hoping and wishing and thinking, hey, oh, what if, you know, he's coming off, because he was losing his last fight and then he pulled the trigger. So he got thrown into an opportunity. He had that funny little post fight where he said, my balls itch. And, you know, Donald Trump told me, get this Russian 7-foot motherfucker. They making him look bad on CNN, you know, and he got thrown into this immediately. So he collected a cool paycheck, but it just stylistically, it wasn't a good matchup for him. So maybe we can get two guys that DC has beat to fight each other. Like, I wouldn't mind Stipe and Derek Lewis. Let me know what you guys think. What's next? I think obviously John Jones. I don't know what else. I mean, unless they get Brock Lesnar back or some shit for DC, there's not really many options other than John Jones, Gustafsson winner, or Brock Lesnar. UFC 230 main event. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is easy. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.